Okay, that'll do. So, it's been a while, and I've had this on my mind since December, but I've got a new job and things got kind of busy, so I haven't been putting out videos. I have a couple of updates, and first of all, this is the story of my first electric guitar. This is not the one, but this is the exact model. Let's start. I started playing guitar when I was around 11. I had my touch from around I was 9, but had to take piano lessons for a while to get the approval of guitar playing. Probably many of you know this story. So I got around a few acoustics, and as I remember, I got my hand on Egmont Lucky 7 guitar, shitty guitar, but that was one I had for a while, and then I made a trade with the older brother of one of my friends, and he had a Teisco, and I'm pretty sure this one is called the EP-8L, and it's from around 65 to 69. There's no serial number, so I can't check it, but it's around 65. They came up with this decal, and I got my hands wet very fast. Started writing songs and forming my own little bands with friends in school, and yeah, it was around 77 I had a full band. I was a lead singer, and this guitar, of course it wasn't set up like this little beauty is, but I managed to work with it, and I knew there was something special about the sound, the rhythm sound. I really liked that. Let's see if we can turn it on here. And and of course, you always think the Strats and Les Pauls and 335s and what have you are the superior guitars, and they are in some ways, but this has a lot of charm, and it has a beautiful neck pickup sounds, and because it is a true hollow body, it's got its own thing going on, and these pickups, are very similar to what you would call gold foils today. They're beautiful. The bridge pickup has to be very close to the bridge to match the neck pickup. These are not very high output, and I've had to do some setups. Now, let's track back. I got this a couple of years ago because the original guitar I had, I stupidly destroyed to prove something to some friends, and I should never have done that. But I knew I had to move on guitar-wise, so this one was let go and destroyed. But I remember that sound, that neck pickup sound, and nothing else sounded like that. So a couple of years ago, I started searching. I've been searching for a long time, and these very seldom come up. There are other versions where they have other switches and other bridges. But I wanted this exact guitar, and then I was lucky that it showed up on our version of eBay here in Denmark, and immediately I ordered it, and there was something he had. The previous owner, he had refretted it, and he had wax potted the pickups, and that was a beautiful thing because the wax, these are very sensitive to microphonics if they're not wax potted, but they are very tricky pickups to wax because the bobbins are very thin. You can easily destroy them if you do it wrong. So the action was completely off, and the neck was at a strange angle in the pocket. And these always have tuning issues. And what I have done is I did different things. Let's see if we can get it close up here. Here. First of all, I got a new bridge, and this is a roller bridge from Rockinger that I made fit to this existing bridge, and then I intonated it and pinned it so it's not moving. I tried having the original tremolo arm activated, but it's no, it can't provide a decent return to pitch. It's not good enough. No problem. This is a rhythm machine for me. Secondly, the guitar usually has a 0 fret, and it was not high enough to give clearance at the first position. So as it's my guitar and I wanted to play it, I removed the 0 fret and moved the nut further, new nuts, and I tried to put Cluson style tuners on. They worked very well, sort of. They were direct retrofit, and these originally had a plastic washer here. I wanted to keep that look if possible, and maybe also the tuning keys, keep them the tulip style, but you call them snot green, or the lighter color plastic. But it didn't work. It was simply not holding tune. So I knew I had good results with the Jinho locking tuner, so I got a set for this, put them on, tried with the plastic inserts first because it would look more original, but things were unstable, so I bit the bullet and I put the complete tuning set in with the washers and the locking here. That kept things workable. At the moment, I have domestic infield jazz swing 10 to 44 flat wounds on, and I wanted to get back to that original warm sound. And indeed it is. It's a very nice sound. Also, I was thinking about using it for slide. And I know Raikuda has, he likes these kind of pickups for his slide playing, and it is a very nice sound. I will not play slide now because I'll have to retune and all that, but trust me, it's very nice because you have a different feel and you have a warmer top. It's not as biting, it's a very warm sound. I did some setup, got the frets perfect, and the neck is very fat but very comfortable. And I think a lot of the tone also has to do with the neck. I actually think this is a Brazilian board, and it's thick and it's very nice. I like it a lot. I don't want to change that. I put Dunlop strap buttons on just to have a little more security. I didn't. There's not room for the lock, just the buttons. But these these work nice, and the balance is actually pretty good on this one. Now let me you can hear the bridge pickup. Both pickups. Very nice. Of course, you are hearing something through the microphone as well, so you get a little air from the guitar too. And then the neck pickup. What a lovely little thing. Let's see. We got the year about 65. I love this color. It's beautiful. It's like it has a slight sunburst, but it's very rich red color, and it's very what do you call it? It's luminescent. It's almost like it's emanating the red color out. Yeah. I didn't get the pickguard with this guitar, and maybe I'll find one day, but it's not a necessity. It's the guitar itself. And also I found out that I was listening to Madison Cunningham playing Pin It Down, and she tunes to C for that song, and she also uses a guitar with Teisco pickups, and I did the same with this, and it works so beautiful. It was really that sound. So I may try to show that at some time, but it sounds really wonderful with this hollow character to do such a deep detune. So I'm so pleased that I got this guitar back in stock. I'll take it down because this was the first one I learned to really play electric on. It was a bitch to bend. First of all, the original had very bad tuners. It was so hard to tune. I knew they had to go. If you get one of these, that's the most important upgrade you can do. It's change the tuners, because they're shitty. They really are. I think Stumac has some inline tuners that matches the originals if you want to keep the original look. But I'm pleased I went with this solution. These are lockings. Yeah, so this was, but I started with playing Stumble as the intro, because that was one of the first things I learned to play that was, a breakthrough tune for me. And I still love Stumble. I think it's a masterpiece of simplicity, dynamics, and all kinds of things. And one thing, I think Freddie King really did something magical with that tune. And this was the first tune that I learned playing on this type guitar. And then I went on, and of course I knew when I came to Clapton Bluesbreaker area, this was not going to cut it. But for some of the oldest songs, oldest things like B.B. King and that, it worked quite well. And if you can see, there's a little decal here, B.B. King. This is from mid-90s, maybe 94, where he handed me this at a concert. So this is a little reminder of a very special evening and meeting the man, and I put it on here because it's just part of the story, because I'm also a big B.B. King fan in my heart, so this is part of my story, and learning on this guitar was not bad. It gave me a desire for playing hollow bodies, and strangely enough, I've been, on the hunt for solid bodies, and now last year I decided to get me a 335 model, and I looked around, and I had my hands on a Freddie King model, but that was a stereo model, and in order to use it mono, you would have to make changes on the guitar. I did not want to do that on a very expensive new guitar, because it would lose value instantly. Also, I don't like the nips, the plastic nips at the end of the frets, because I know there'll be space and strings will get caught there. So I looked at alternatives, and I decided to take a chance on the Maybach Capital 49 Capital, I think it's the 59 Capital Cherry Sunburst. So I ordered a special order last year, because I wanted a side mount jack, and they said, okay, 6 months extra delivery time. I said, okay, I'll wait. This is a lifetime guitar. Now, COVID, so this was postponed, I think 5 times, and I checked here a couple of days ago where I should have the guitar coming, and they said, no, it's still not coming. I said, this has got to stop, because I didn't get updates. I didn't get, I could live with the delays if I got some feedback from the company, some updates. So I said, no, because they said it will come in August, and still with no guarantee. So I said, no, this is the end of the line. But I found out that Thomann had one of these guitars in stock, and I have ordered it from Thomann. So I said, is there any way we can make a swap, because I had paid up front because it was a custom order, and they said, it's a custom order, you can't retract the money. But I thought, if I'm going to buy a Maybach anyhow, so I think the company will understand that it's okay. They have been way overdue, and so they probably would be flexible. And I don't know what Thomann had, what kind of talk they had with Maybach, but they agreed to send me the one they have in stock. Only difference is it's a top mount jack. I hate those jacks, but this is it's going to be part of the story. But I'm going to get a 335 in a couple of days, and I feel like that's growing up, that's a man's guitar. So I'm really looking forward to the tones and playing it, and I hope it delivers, because it's got the specs and it's got the frets that goes to the edges, which is really important for me. So we'll see about that. And it has been a lesson in patience also. Now, also I want to show you a couple of updates. Just a second. And again, I need a little water. So, this is a new little critter. It's a PRS SE. Turn a little down. So then. I have been interested in trying Custom 22 for a while, and I liked the way the SE line was going. This is a 2000 and let's see, can we move this? Let's see. This is a 2018 model. It's not working. There. Okay. 2018 model. Whale blue. I got a decent deal. Not a perfect deal, but I got a decent deal on this guitar, and it was really not played very much. So I wanted it. I had the money, and I got the deal. And let me tell you a little. First of all, it's not perfect. I've not had a guitar with a solid maple top before. That's why I was interested in it. I have a concept. I like mahogany as a body, but sometimes the tone is a little too fat mid-rangey, so you need some snap. And I was really interested in seeing if this one would do it, because I have a PRS SE1, which is very nice, you know, single pickup junior kind of guitar. This one, the pickups had to go immediately. They sucked badly. So, and I knew I wanted this combination. Like, I have another guitar that has this combination of pickups, and the singer in my party band noticed that she liked the sound of that guitar especially. So I remembered that and thought, okay, let's try to see if we can make this work with a little more snap. So this is a Duesenberg Grand Vintage bridge pickup and a Bill Lawrence L92.8 Henry's pickup. It's a very wonderful combination. I like it a lot. But the guitar itself acoustically doesn't, it's not so snappy, and it's kind of subdued. It has a nice tone, but it's not, I'm not going to play it a lot. I don't know if it's the wood or if it's just a shorter scale, because for rhythm work it doesn't snap enough. So I will be playing Strat styles. But also I found out very quickly that the frets were shitty. Not the setup, but the quality of the frets. Now, I don't know why, but it's after a month they were like, you know, dented and pitted. I know I play a lot when I do play, so it comes kind of quick if the frets are soft. But I knew immediately I had to change those frets, and luckily I had some Jescar EVO Gold 57 to 110 frets at home, and I have tried to install those before, so I knew if this was a straight fretboard, I would be fairly easily could make the swap, and so I did, and I'm very pleased. I love those Jescar frets. They're beautiful. Not just the feel of them is beautiful, and they take a little more beating than the cheap Korean frets. This is a Korean model. Also, I changed the electronics, CTS tone pot, and actually alpha pot, volume pot, because I ordered some pots from Tube Amp Doctor, some vintage taper 500Ks CTS pots, but they were too loose. They didn't have enough resistance, even though they are good quality pots, but they didn't have the resistance. And I had some new full-size Alpha 500K pots that just had a better feel, and they're kind of okay pots. So also when you change to CTS, no matter what you do, you can't get the knobs as low as the alpha pods. The alpha pods are just a slightly bit not tall, but smaller. So they fit better on the guitar if you want to change, because guitar came with a coil split, and that was a terrible pot. It was very loose and jiggly, and I didn't want to have splits on this one. I just want three-way position, done. So I did that and did the fret swap. I have not changed the tuners, they're fine for now, and the tremolo stays pretty well in tune once set up. So I did some setup, and I think I would be playing this at home just for enjoyment, maybe for some tunes that need a more singing kind of sound, but not so much a rhythm sound. So, but I wanted to try it out, and I got to try it out at a decent price. So now I'm satisfied. That I don't know if I will go the full PRS route to a Custom 22 American, but now I have an idea of what that guitar is about. So, next. My Variax, my trusty Variax. Man, I like this guitar. Also, this guitar had soft frets, and I had to do a re-crowning and fret and polish polish every month, give or take. And I play a lot when I'm at home, but I don't think I play that much. But to have the frets be like I wanted them, I had to do a polish every month, and I thought, that's stupid. So this one was the first one I put the Jescar EVO Gold on, and it's just reliable now. It's just, you know... Bending is just beautiful. These are, I would call them, they're probably called jumbo frets. And you can always get jumbo frets down in height. You can't, get vintage frets taller unless you get tall vintage frets. So I'm not going to re-crown these so often, which is nice. I have a guitar with Dunlop 6100s, and I have done frets on that guitar, dressing on that guitar a lot of times, and they're still playable. So I know that this will not require as many polishes, and there will be probably frets for, I don't know, 15 years, something like, if I take care of the frets. If you get your frets fixed like every 6 months to a year, you don't have to go drastic. It's much easier to keep the guitar or keep the frets playing if you get them leveled every 6 months to a year. Then you don't have to get refrets as often. Of course, it's an expense if you can't do the work yourself. I can do it because I've done this a long time. But it definitely saves you on fret jobs, just to let you know. But so that's a little update. Jescar EVO Gold 57/110 frets. Beautiful frets, and also when you put them in and you snap the ends off, it's such a good feeling. You know, there's some resistance, so you know it's a good solid fret. But then again, when you start dressing them, they act very nice. They're not hard to finish. I mean, I haven't done stainless steel frets yet, and I'm not crazy about that. But I like stainless steel frets in function, but probably not as installing them. But these Jescars, they're beautiful, and I highly recommend that if you want to play a lot, get some good frets, some good strong frets in. So yeah, so from my first guitar, electric guitar, I started playing the Teisco. Come on, baby. There you are. It's beautiful, right? To this science fiction guitar with all the digital mojo in. It's nice to have this connection between, because I never stopped loving the old clunky guitar, but also this is a practical guitar. It works in a practical situation. I love it for that, but I wouldn't want to be without either of those. So that's a little update here from, and I may take the Paul Reed Smith for a ride in a little more depth, and also when the Maybach comes along, it will also need to be shown, but I need to know that guitar a little. Also, the Teisco was hard to showcase because I don't play it that much, so, and it requires a little special way of handling. So I hope you could hear it. I've been waffling, but I just wanted to give you an update on where I am. And I can't make videos as much as I want to now because of a new job, but I'll take the time once in a while to do it. So I hope you have a nice day, and I hope you could use some of this information. And please, if you want to try out the old Teiscos, if you give them some love and a decent setup, it could be a really fun ride. So God bless you. See you later. Bye.